I can't do this anymore. Left my past all on the floor. I've been trying to keep it moving, now we going north. Going up 2, 3, up 2, 3. Got this joy inside of me because I can't do this anymore. Left my past all on the floor. I've been trying to keep it moving, now we going north. Going up 2, 3, up 2, 3. Got this joy inside of me because I got the king. We've been really moving places, always on the low. I was shining in the tunnel cause I got the glow. People really hating and it really start to show. Yeah, we gon' level up again cause that's just how we roll. Yeah, came in with the sauce. Yeah, learned out from the boss. Yeah, I've been learning lessons from the struggles and the losses. Praying for communion for the races since we lost it. I done had enough of it for all the pain and cost anymore. Left my past all on the floor. I've been trying to keep it moving, now we going north. Going up 2, 3, up 2, 3. Got this joy inside of me.
What is going on, everybody? So, I just thought that I'd pop on here real quick and do a little live. I'm also streaming for the first time live on my new account on Fanbase. So if y'all ain't on Fanbase yet, get with me. It's real ram 2 underscore T Lee on Fanbase. So I just thought that I'd come on here and just share some random thoughts because as I told y'all, I have stuff written down that's been written down for a long, long time. So let me go ahead and put this in the chat. Hey, son. So again, on Fanbase, my account is realram2 underscore T Lee. So I am streaming live for the first time on there. So let's just start off with a little quote. The quote of the day for January 26th is, "What do we live for? If it is not to make life less difficult for each other." And this is by George Eliot. And it's interesting that the thoughts that I already have for today, it's not necessarily about making life easier or harder, but we're going to roll with it. These notes I wrote earlier in this month, if not in December. I'm not exactly sure when I wrote them. But it has to do with a post that I saw in a Facebook group that I am a member of. What was it? I think it was a spousal group or something. Regardless of what it was, I was not too keen on the advice that was given. For anybody who is new to me, I am a social worker. I am a social worker who works in mental health. So I don't remember exactly what the issue was. Maybe it had to do with arguing. Oh, I think it had to do with somebody's kid had got into a fight in school or was being teased, and then come to find out this particular kid is a nonverbal autistic child. And she had got into it, the mother had gotten into it with the mother of the bullying child. Okay. That's a separate issue. But the thing what I wanted to talk about was the advice that was given. And I'm not sure if I talked about this because I didn't scratch it out of my notes. So if anybody's watching who did happen to see me talk about it, my apologies. But we can always, there's nothing wrong with repeating information. So some advice. And mind you, this group was, I believe it was Mothers of Black Daughters. I believe that was the name of it. Because why this stood out to me was 2 women out of the hundreds of women who was in this group, 2 women who are not Black. The advice that they gave was a little bit irritating to me. Hey Tania, the advice that was given to me or to that person. First of all, I wrote this note to myself. Let's see, something about Dr. Umar Johnson would say it's detrimental to our community. I think that note's supposed to mean about non-Black people having something to say about what's going on in our community. Regardless, I wrote down, don't weaponize CPS and social workers. Because with these two non-black women advised this mother to do was to call CPS on the mother of the quote unquote bullying child. They said that they should call in and say something about like some child neglect or some stuff like that. As a social worker and as a black parent, I that really upset me because white women like to weaponize CPS social workers, the cops. You don't weaponize the authorities. And it's kind of starting to come back to me. I feel like I did kind of touch on this a little bit, but it's worth talking about again because I am right now reading a book with this book club of social workers where a former case worker is talking about her experience in the Child and Family Services, where she started to realize all of the troubles that Black families go through. How you think that you're just doing the right thing, you're going through the system, and all of the things that social workers have to say when they are investigating you. How parents are now called the perpetrator and the parent, and everyone gets a cookie cutter case plan. And where I am in the book right now, where she started to learn how this is all like, it's not good for everybody to get involved in CPS. And the parent is starting to kind of regret being compliant and working with the system. And this is where a lot of us Black families tend to, I'm not going to say go wrong, but this is where we get hurt the most, is because we feel that people are in authority. The social worker is in authority. The investigating cop is in authority. So we have to comply and do as they say. And sometimes in the end, that does not work out in our favor. So to read a post where a non-Black woman advises someone to call CPS for someone's child bullying them makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, that is total abuse of the system. Because if this mama and that mama, they can fight it out. They can do whatever it is that they feel like they need to do to ensure that this lady keeps her child from messing with her child. Am I advocating for violence? No, I am not. But I am advocating for the fact that people need to leave your kids alone. Leave my kids alone. If it was my kid, we don't need to talk about what I would do, especially if I was not a social worker, if I was not a therapist, if I was not worried about what people are going to be thinking about me professionally. But if I had a nonverbal autistic child and this mother is going to respond to me in the way that this mother said that this woman did, we going to settle this. And I don't need to call CPS. Somebody may have to call the cops, but it ain't going to be because I feel like your child is doing something to my child. So that pretty much is what my rant was about. If anybody wants to chime in and say anything, and we can continue this conversation like another time, you can bring it up in any other discussion. But I just wanted to start chopping away at all of these many notes that I have written down, that stop trying to weaponize the system. Because once a person gets in the system, they can't just get out of it. You don't just call CPS on people just for the heck of it because you feel that your child is being bullied. That is not what CPS is for. Social workers or the investigating cops. That's not going to work out in anybody's favor. What's up, Vita? So if nobody has anything they want to say, I know y'all kind of caught me late. This was just to be real quick. If anybody wants to say anything, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait for a minute. Any questions or comments about CPS and investigations and just non-Black people weaponizing the system, because it's not cool. I'll pause for a few more seconds and then log off. I'm gonna do my best to try to come out here a little more often and just drop a few of these thoughts that I have so we can catch up. Okay. Nobody has anything. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, because y'all who do know me, y'all know I go to bed early. Y'all know it's almost my bedtime. So y'all be easy and just remember to take care of each other. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I would like to thank my guests for joining me, or simply thank you for watching the pre-recorded episode. No matter what your birth order is, how you self-identify, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I would like to thank my guests for joining me, or simply thank you for watching the pre-recorded episode. No matter what your birth order is, how you self-identify, and whether you like pancakes or waffles. If this is the first time you're hearing it today, I want you to know that you are loved. You were put here for a purpose that only you can fulfill. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be sure that you like and share the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notifications bell. This is Real Ram out.